joining us to shed light on this matter and not heat, I guess. It's a chieftain of the ADC, Momodu. Good morning, and thank you for joining us today on the program, sir.
Good morning, and it's good to see you.
Thank you. Good to be back and good to be here. I can almost guess one of your answers, one of the many answers to some of the questions we'll ask you, but let me start by asking, yes, some activity has kicked off in different political parties, but you know how it is. I mean, people want to see some opposition, I mean, major opposition, just challenging as well, so people can have proper alternative, because what is a democracy without opposition in the first place? So what's going on with the ADC?
Okay, let me start by saying that you are not being fair to ADC.
How so?
The reason, I'll prove it in a moment. The reason you are saying this is because APC was already comfortably seated. I hijacked as many as possible in the other parties to their own party. They have all the resources in the world. They have all the security in the world. They have control even of INEC. When I say control of INEC, the INEC is appointed by the government. So, and they have jumped the gun. They started campaigning more than a year ago. You will not say you are not aware that recklessly, even a minister left his job and traveled to his home state, I'm sure for a week or 2 weeks, and was running a campaign as if election will be next month. So how then do you expect an opposition where they have virtually shut down most of the opposition parties, either surreptitiously or even frontally? They are not hiding it. Today, for the first time, we have a leader who controls 2 parties and is approved by the president of Nigeria and says, yes, he is the leader of my party, APC, and is also a leader of PDP. Is that democracy? So the president cannot speak about PDP while the minister cannot speak about APC because it does not technically belong to APC. But just because of the ongoing rascality in Nigeria, anything goes and everything goes. So when you blame opposition, opposition, of course, is gathering momentum, and you can see that even the government is jittery. Forget about their propagandists. They can import, export, whoever they want to use for their propaganda. It is obvious that the ruling party is jittery. And that is why they are going all out frenetically to try to showcase and pretend that all is well. If you read the news today, you will see that APC is indeed a house of commotion. From Benue to Zamfara to so many other places, you will see them. They are fighting themselves like babies fighting for lollipops. So, and it is just starting. So for us, we have to be more technical. We have to be more sober. The APC is able to fund its dizziness. Everybody that goes there right now is going there for various reasons. One, if you are a governor, you are afraid for your second term. If you are a governor, you are afraid of VFCC. If you are a governor, you are afraid of ICPC. If you are a governor, you are afraid of so many things, including your own shadow. And so a governor will voluntarily go into slavery and servitude because they know that the leadership they are dealing with is not a regular leadership. It's not a Goodluck Jonathan. You understand? So you have a very, very tough leadership at the moment. So there is this palpable fear across the nation. And so opposition is trying to put its act together. We cannot at this stage behave like them. If you want to play Brazil in the game of football, you must play a different style. We cannot play their style because we don't have what they have, all their potencies of power and so on and so forth. But the most important thing is that we are ready to ask the electorate, is your life better today than it was when Buhari was in power? Now, APC is supposed to be an offshoot of the Buhari administration. Yet every day, it is APC itself that is blaming Buhari and blaming APC. Okay? So when you see a situation like that, you will wonder if these guys are serious at all. Now they are saying, oh yeah, they stabilized the exchange rate against the dollar. I laugh. They forget to tell us where was the dollar when they took power. They tell us today they are running budgets in trillions, but they forget to tell us what they've done with the trillions and have they been able to balance the budget. They tell you that, oh, that there is no government ever like the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, no problem. Maybe it's reverse psychology that this government actually is not doing what it is supposed to be doing. So when they talk about everything, you removed full subsidy from day one. You have not been able to tell us how it has affected Nigeria positively. All the people are feeling is the negative effect of the subsidy. You have taken more loans than all the governments of Nigeria combined. We have not seen the effect of that loan. So a lot is going on that Nigerians cannot understand. But there is a preponderance of propagandists who are willing to delete their brains and sell their souls for peanuts. And that is why you see this cacophony of excuses on radio, on television, and in the newspaper. So for me, the ADC does not have to do much. We will meet them, inshallah, by God's grace, point by point, and we will demand answers to those issues.
Okay, so yeah, in terms of, because there are things that the electorate want to see, organization, because I mean, the last time when the ADC came forward and was speaking about the Electoral Act, there were many people who were wondering, they thought those concerns should have come way earlier. I mean, when that window was there, but after it had been signed, and then asking for it to be looked into again, people thought, okay, does the ADC have some sort of plan that the people are not exactly aware of? Because even smaller opposition parties, well, let me not say smaller because they might get angry, but it's a statement of fact. APP, for instance, they've also dissolved executives, they're electing new ones. So those kinds of activities, so people can indeed say, because I mean, the media only reports what happens. If it doesn't happen, they can't report or fabricate it. So those are the kind of things that we're asking in terms of those organizations, preparedness, to be sure that the time frame is met. Because now that presidential election is in January, these actions ought to have kicked in, so even candidates can know, or aspirants can know that, okay, I think I can pitch my tent here.
My dear brother, there is nothing to worry about. There is nothing to worry about. Strategy is strategy. I've said it, we cannot use Tinubu's strategy. We cannot use his methodology. He has his own way of getting his own results. So we now have to factor how we are going to navigate and meander around his own strategy to get him out of the seat. That is the job of opposition. That is what he did when he was in opposition. So there is no reason why others should not be allowed. One thing is clear to us in opposition. I've said it, APC is jittery. Number two, APC does not want competition, especially at the presidential level. That is very clear. They don't want any form of competition, and if possible, and that is why they are sowing seeds of discord from party to party. It's clear. And that is why they will hold some people and they will not hold some people. It doesn't matter. You see, I am always spiritual about life. I was born in a Electoral church in Ilefe. And all my life, I've always believed that it's God that will give power. No matter how powerful you are, God has a way of it. Oh, Nigerians say, oh, when you talk about God, it means you are helpless. Don't worry. I've seen miracles in my life. So those miracles will happen in Nigeria. I'm a good student of history, and I can see clearly that all the shenanigans going on right now around the APC, trying to infiltrate every political party. I know that their mission and ambition now, if possible, is to have 36 governors. It doesn't matter. Let them take all the governors. But when you look back to 2023, you will see that we had governors of the G5 led by Nyesom Wike. Out of those 5 governors, 3 of them contested to be senators, supervised by the governors in their own states, yet all 3 of them lost senatorial bids. It tells you something, that there is no guarantee that if they carry all the governors can deliver for Asiwaju. So when people panic, when they say, oh, we can't see you, oh, we can't see any preparation, don't worry. Be patient. Slow and steady wins the race. We know what we are doing. And to say that we have not been campaigning or we have not been doing anything. In fact, I don't know anybody who has worked better than Malam Bolaji Abdullahi. I watch him every day. I see all the activities. We respond to all the rascality and so on and so forth. But like I said, of course, the will of state is very strong. And all we are trying to do is to chip away at it slowly but steadily and then effectively. It will happen. I have no doubt in my mind. I was there when APC itself was formed. I wasn't a member at that time, but we supported the government of Buhari. And this was the same way the PDP guys then were saying, no, it's not possible. You can't defeat an incumbent. And people are arguing now, oh, because Tinubu is next to God, he is an oracle in Lagos, he is everything, on planet Earth. No problem. But we all have brains.
Okay. Well,
and that brain is what we're using.
Well,
right now.
Let me ask you this, because a number of people wonder how, because it's a question I've almost always asked. Look, how is the internal politics of one political party so susceptible to the influence of another individual in another political party? But maybe that's not an issue to respond to for now. There is an issue in the Electoral Act, and I'm sure it is something that's also of concern to you. Oh, by the way, you may want to respond to that other issue, by the way. Is that of the digital register that is being sought. Is the ADC, in your opinion, ready? Because I don't think we can give any excuse. The understanding we have for now, even in a statement put out by Yaga Africa, that look, any political party that does not have its digital register ready may not be able to present candidates during the elections. So is the ADC ready? What are the inhibitions that you think, or the hurdles that you think need to be crossed by the ADC in particular in order to be able to get it ready? Do you think it is something that the ADC has
growing substantive opposition can achieve?
My dear brother, as a prominent media practitioner, I beg you, try to encourage democracy, try to encourage opposition. Look, all APC has been doing is to manipulate the system. And every day there are new laws that you must obey. There are encumbrances that you must surmount. Is that democracy? But they cannot hide behind one finger, like Chifentu Abela used to say. Let them continue to manipulate and meander, and we too will navigate around it. There is no law. Is there anywhere where only party members will vote during the general election? The answer is no. So picking your candidates, there are different methods and ways by which a party can pick its candidate. It has nothing to do with digital registration. The digital registration right now is ongoing everywhere in different political parties. So at the appropriate time, the parties will determine how. They are not the ones that will tell us who to pick or how to pick that person. So I don't know why this panic. Go and check the APC that you say is ready. In almost every state right now, they are fighting. In Lagos State, the only reason why nobody can fight is because they've always operated the Babasokwe style of governance.
Chief,
So
the question, I apologize for butting
had
in.
to bring a list to Abuja.
I apologize for butting in.
The president had enough time to look through the list of Lagos as an interested party.
I apologize for butting in, but the question I'm asking is actually about the preparedness of the ADC. Because whether we like it or not, just a second, whether we like it or not, it's already a law. Whether we like it or not, it's already a law. Political parties must present their digital register.
Did I tell you that they are not complying? I'm saying they are complying. So the register, ADC will comply, even when we disagree with some of the things they are throwing out, okay, to the parties. ADC is strong enough. You have some of the biggest veterans of politics in ADC, and they are ready. They know how to play the game. So I am telling you, we're not illiterate. So how do you want to frustrate us or intimidate us with digitalization? It's something that everybody would like to participate in. But to now single out ADC and say, we don't know what you guys are doing. And I've said, be patient with us. When was ADC then formed? And all manner of challenges have been thrown at us. And we're still standing. So don't panic on our behalf. Let us do the job. Let us focus on what we need to do. And if we fail, then you can say anything. But
we're hoping that no political we're hoping that no political party will fail, sincerely, because otherwise there will be no democracy at all. Because we need to have a virile opposition. I mean, to have virile opposition.
How do you have a virile opposition when the ruling party is clearly dictatorial? How? That's why I said you should be practical, and you should support opposition by asking relevant questions from the ruling government.
Is it not an admission on your part, Chief Momodu, that the ADC does not have what it takes to stand up against the APC?
Who told you that? So that's what
you are saying now,
Chief.
You are saying, what you are saying is that the APC has muscled. You are saying that you are saying that the APC has muscled opposition.
PDP. No. Yes, he has muscled opposition, but wait for the response from the people. You always talk about opposition as if it's only about political parties. The biggest opposition in the world are the floaters. The floaters don't have to belong to any party, but on the day of the voting, you will see how they will pour out vote massively against an oppressive government and defend their votes. You are saying it as if the APC has a monopoly of this thing. That's why I'm saying our strategy cannot be open at this stage. In fact, it would be stupid to let the whole world know what we are planning. We can't. A lot of people did not even see APC coming. Yet they have been meeting for over a year. And when they came, the ruling party was scared. That is why they are running helter-skelter, sending their agents, go and file this case in court, go and file that case against Labour Party, go against NNPP. You will see the coalition. I told you I was there in 2015. How many leaders came together in 2015 to make Buhari president? The number of people we have in ADC today and the caliber of men and women we have in ADC today will scare the daylight out of them. They can spend all their resources, spend all the resources of Nigeria on trying to defeat the ADC, but the ADC will emerge victorious. I'm very sure about that.
So as we wind down, yeah, you said we shouldn't panic on your behalf. We'll note that. But yesterday, we had the governor of Adamawa State on the program, and he said, when we asked him reasons why he moved and what that meant for the opposition, he was in PDP, then moved to APC. But he also did say that the North should not, they should forget about to 2027, because he feels that, unwritten rule that for things to move smoothly politically, the South has got to finish its turn, then revert to the North, and so we can have that smooth, unwritten agreement going on. What do you think of that?
It is those who have nothing better to say who talk about North-South. The Constitution of Nigeria is supreme, and the Constitution of Nigeria does not talk about zoning. And even if you want to talk about whether zoning has been fair to a particular region in the South or in the North, you will see that Nigeria has been fair to the South. President Obasanjo did 8 years, after which Yar'Adua did about 3 years, and then Goodluck Jonathan completed their term, contested and won, so giving him 5 years plus 8 years of Obasanjo. And he was still allowed to contest, which would have, if he won, it would have made it 17 years out of 24 or thereabouts. So, look, those who say that, I don't want to waste my time, but I want to respond to Fintiri. So, Fintiri joined APC because he believes it's the turn of the South. Oh, how cheeky. Fintiri was chased, people were chased out of his village just in the last couple of days or weeks. So has he gone to APC to go and thank them for securing his people? A lot of people who are going into APC. So what are they going? So Kwara State now is in the hands of APC. So they are happy and joyous that their people are being killed by bandits. In every part of the nation where you have APC, it's a story of sorrow, tears, and blood. So what exactly is APC offering them that they are all running helter-skelter and falling over themselves to praise a God of iron who must be obeyed? It's unfortunate. But when tomorrow comes, we've seen it before. I remember when a lot of people insisted they must join the Abacha government at that time. Go and read the history and see what happened thereafter. Everybody was falling over that. If we don't join Abacha, other people will take the appointment. Is life only about power? My answer is no. The problem with Nigeria is our leaders don't read much, especially history. They don't like history. If they like history, then they will know what happened to others in the past who tried to enslave their own people. And they will read it all over the world. Some governors now, every governor won second term by fire by force, and they believe the only way they can get it is if they go to APC. This is what is going on. You are saying, why can't opposition take on? Take on who? Take on Tinubu? Why didn't opposition take him on in Lagos in the last 27 years? You know how this game is played. The president of Nigeria is the most powerful president until Donald Trump started whipping sense into us. The presidency could do anything. Now our president is begging America to come and help us. Who does that? When we were the ones helping other parts of Africa. I was there in Sierra Leone. I was there in Liberia. Our soldiers controlled 10 out of 15 counties in Liberia. So what happened to our soldiers today that we have to beg America to come and take over our country? We're not serious.
All right, Chief, as you wind down, I mean, in case I might have missed it, do we have a date for the ADC congresses?
Everything will be announced. And of course, channels be one of the first people to get it. We are on. We are on very, very professionally. We're not going to play a rough game with APC. It's not necessary. The people, we are targeting the people. This is not about playing politics. I mean, most of us, when you see us, we are veterans now. But there is nothing I'm looking for in politics. I've always been in opposition technically, and I am happy that we're still standing firm. ADC is not the problem of Nigeria. APC is the problem. So let's all come together. Don't discourage anybody. If you have suggestions, make it to whosoever you wish. But to say, oh, we're not ready, we can't take on the 1 year to election, we're still talking about you can't take on. Anything can happen in the next 1 month. APC is falling apart. They appointed ambassadors. They can't even post them. Some of them did Thanksgiving in church. Some of them went to fashion designers to go and sew their dresses in advance. Yet today they are not there. They are all money behind the scene. Look, majority of my friends are in APC. Sometimes when I hear their pain, I feel it. They talk about pain. They don't know what is going on. Because everybody must wait for Abuja. They can't do anything without Abuja. So I'm very confident. I know what is going on behind the scene. That a lot of people are going there, and what they expect to find, they are not finding it easy. Thank you.
So we'll have to anchor at this point. We do thank you very much indeed for your time this morning, and I know we'll be looking to see how those activities also kick on. So, Chief, thank you for your time today.
Thank you, and have a nice day.
All right.